Action.
Acciones.
And we're live.
Oh, we're live, baby.
Mark.
What's happening?
We're here.
Yes.
We're finally live.
Right. We've been waiting for a second.
First of all, how are you? How are you feeling?
I'm shocked at how well the album is doing right now.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Everybody, give him a hand clap. Let's go.
So do they do fire emojis and all that
Thank you.
Twitch?
Yeah.
The fire emojis.
What kind of
hand
emojis
claps.
they have on Twitch? It's a little different.
It's a little different?
Yeah.
I think that, well, look, just say clap.
Clap.
If you feel
Clap it up. Fire emojis. There we go.
There you go.
Oh my goodness. We're finally here. The Talking to Myself experience brought to you by Traklife.
Yeah, home away
And
from home.
I am so honored to be the one here to talk to you about your project and just get to know you more about everything.
For
sure. I'm your host, Hazzle Joy. And again,
I thought we were interviewing with Janae Aiko for a second because of the break.
Hey, I love Janae. I'll take it. I love Janae.
Is that the inspiration for the do?
You know what? I do a lot of different things. I've done the pixie. I've done the colors like purple and red. And I just wanted to try something new again.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't look bad on you, so keep rocking it. Keep rocking it.
Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Well, anyways, again, I want to say congratulations. And let me, hold on, backtrack. Let me tell you why I was really excited for this interview.
Okay.
Like, Mark, you are one of the most genuine people I've ever met, and your energy is infectious. And I have to give it up to you for your raw stream, like hosting and homemade sessions. Like, you absolutely killed it, and like your energy brings those shows to life, and it's so fun to watch evolve and just grow. And it's amazing. And like, honestly, because as a host myself, like I just like admire you. I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys killed it. And each episode's like so freaking amazing. And I'm like, yeah, if you guys can ever experience after COVID to come and check out the studio vibes, like it's all love all the time.
That's actually a thing we're going to do. Like, once COVID does die down, we've been talking about doing a live raw stream presentation. Like, there's a theater in downtown LA that we're looking at about doing something there. So that is like the next evolutionary stage. Yeah, have a live audience.
Exclusive.
If we can pull that off, we will pull it off. So when we pull it off, it's going to be something like to see. So I really encourage everybody to tune in and
beautiful,
get ready for
amazing.
It. Yeah.
Oh man, they ain't ready for us.
Oh man, look, and don't get it twisted on me. I know you about to host some homemade sessions. Don't see. I know what's happening.
2 days.
2 days. Yeah, that's right. Wednesday, right? Yeah.
Hey, we gotta host something together though.
We do have to do that.
That'd be so fun.
We gotta figure out how to do that.
Yes.
Because I live in OC.
Oh, I'm in Lakewood, so
okay,
that's
so that's not that
I'm
far.
pretty much like the middle of LA and OC.
Just after Long Beach, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can make that happen.
Yeah. Shout out to 562. Oh, are you 562?
No,
wait,
no.
You're from Inglewood.
I'm from Inglewood.
But you're now
get nothing twisted. I moved to Orange County. I'm from Inglewood.
You're from Inglewood, but you moved to Orange County.
Yes.
Okay. But first, I really have to get into Mark W.
Yeah.
Did you ever get into other names that you thought like would be your artist name?
Sure.
That's like my favorite question to ask because it's kind of like you scrap that and it's like funny looking back. But
so
let's
when
get
I
into
first started, my family name is Trey because I'm the third. So Mark Whitlock, that's what the W stands for, the third. So my family calls me Trey. Everybody who's known me since I was a kid it's been Trey. That's another story. So when I first started rapping, it was Trey Dog.
Trey Dog.
In the 90s, everybody put a dog after their names. And that never really stuck anywhere. But the name that did stick was Ackright.
Okay.
And if anybody who knows, I was part of a group called Lost Dialect. And that was the name everybody knew me as, was Ackright. Well, the group no longer did music anymore. And by way of our contract, we weren't signed as Lost Dialect. We were signed with our stage names.
Okay.
So I was anything I put out under Ackright would automatically go to the people I signed with. Now, it wasn't a bad break, like a dispute between ourselves and the indie label. It wasn't anything bad. It's just I just wanted to make sure I protected myself. And then in changing my name, I remember talking with my little brother and my older brother saying, I want to go by my government. And they said, well, if you do that, that sounds like you need to do stuff big. That's what my little brother said. My older brother said, well, if you do change your name, make sure people don't miss the old stage moniker of Ackright. Because if you change your name, it's like, I miss what you used to do as Ackright. then that's a problem that you change your name and nobody's gonna really gravitate toward it. So to answer your question, yes, I did have another stage name that I thought I was gonna be rocking with, but I switched over to Mark W. First, Whitlock just sounds a little too professional.
Right.
No diss to my family and my dad who gave me his name, but Mark W has a certain ring to it, so I just like what it is. Yeah.
And then meticulously multi-talented Mark W. Ooh, I didn't flub that one. I was like,
You did?
I hope I don't flub the first one. Hey,
look,
give me some heart emojis for that one,
You actually are
please.
the first one to not flub that. Everybody else is like, say it for me. So the meticulously multi-talented Mark W coming at you one more time, yet again. How are you?
I love it. I love it. Yeah. Tell me about how you got that meticulously multi-talented. Well, you are multi-talented. Let's start with your background. Like, how did you even get into music? But even before that, like, you do a lot of different things.
I do a lot of different things. So the multi-talented, that's pretty self-explanatory. Like, I do a lot of different things.
Exactly.
I got into really, and I always say this, I started off as a rapper first.
Okay.
Rap was my first thing. Out of that, I didn't have a whole lot of money for this. And my parents helped me out a little bit, but they were busy doing their own thing, and they didn't necessarily see this as the destination. They said, okay, you're going to grow out of it. So they didn't really finance. My mom financed a lot of it, but after a certain point, they said, well, you got to get on your own. Mm-hmm. So I built up my own money to go to studios, and I was recording with a childhood friend of mine, Evan McKenzie. I'm not trying to name drop. Everybody knows who that is. You know who he is. I was recording with him for a while, and then he was, I'm not even gonna be cryptic. He was recording Nipsey Hussle at the time, and this was before Nipsey Hussle blew up.
Wow.
At the time, Nipsey was about to drop, I believe, Hustle in the House. I came in for a session, and he was like, it was my second mixtape, and he said, we're about to start making moves, and we need to focus our attention on this. I think it would be good for you to start investing in your own studio.
Wow.
So I took that piece of advice, and I slowly but surely I started building my own little thing to record. Now, of course,
Incubation Box Studios.
It wasn't that at first. It was just my bedroom and a microphone. But
humble beginnings.
Yeah, humble beginnings. It was like a little 512 megabyte computer, barely recording anything, and I started getting better at recording myself and mixing myself. And friends started coming over, say, "Hey, can you record me?" Yeah, sure, why not? That was just more practice, and then more and more people started coming. So we all just called it the box. My little group of people was Red, Quest, Lost Dialect. Everybody knows them, but we just called it the box. And then I started calling it incubation box because that's where, when you have a baby that's underdeveloped, your music, you have to put it in an incubator and make sure that you take care of it, nurture it, put all the things into it that you know will be good for that baby, your music. So the incubation box is what it ended up being called. So I learned that was a skill set. And then I wanted to do music videos, but I didn't have the money to pay for anybody. So I started getting like little cameras, figuring out how those work. And I wasted a lot of money buying pointless cameras. And one day I got a T6i. Oh no, I started at a T4i. Then I got a T4. Then I got a T6i, and just started getting better at that. Now that became a service. And then I started taking photos because I needed photos for myself. So everything was out of self-necessity.
It was like a circle.
Yeah, everything came out of self-necessity. And then I started offering it to other people through the umbrella of incubation box.
True entrepreneur.
Self-taught
for the most part.
Self-taught for the most part.
I mean, you have the world at your fingertips.
For sure. I took one Photoshop class in college.
Wow.
One Photoshop class in college. So not everything was self-taught. I did have to get some formal training. So Photoshop I taught myself for the most part. Video editing, engineering. I did go to school for that formally.
Okay.
But I did about 12 years of engineering by myself. Wow. And then I hit a ceiling. It's like I can't learn anything else. I don't know what I don't know.
Okay.
So I went to school for that. So I definitely have my degree in engineering now, thanks to AI, Los Angeles. And yeah, so that's the multi-talented part. The meticulous part is just, I had it convinced in my head that I can make anything look and sound like it came out of $1 million studio. I don't know where that came from. I don't know why I believe that, and I still believe that to this day. I feel like I have all the same stuff that big studios have. Maybe not to the same price range, but I feel like I have all the same stuff.
Right.
So why can't it sound like it came out of a a big studio like off in the east, and then over here Blackbird Studios. Like, why doesn't it sound like that?
Right.
Well, I got to pay attention to all those little details. So I started scrutinizing every little bit of sonics that I heard. How does this compression work? How does this camera look at this focal point? I just really scrutinized everything. Same to my my writing. Same to my I'm getting tongue tied. Same to my videos, all that. I just looked at every little detail and figured out how I can make it work. Now, my wife, she's into astrology, so she let me know that I have a Virgo moon.
Okay.
Virgos tend to be very detail oriented, so it kind of fit. Now, the way the Meticulously Multi-Talented came together, I was about to do a show, and one of my favorite underground battle rappers, he's not so much underground now, but what's his name, is Loaded Lux. Every time you see him in a battle, he has some little rhyme he's kicking. Mm-hmm. He's like, it's the fastest way to Harlem is the A train. He always got these little quirky sayings. He's my favorite battle rapper. So modeling at my slogans after him, I just started saying, it's the Meticulously Multi-Talented Mark W. The alliteration, it just sounds cool, and I can flip my tongue really fast. So anybody who hears me say it makes it sound easy and it sounds like a radio thing, but it's actually pretty difficult to say.
That actually reminds me that I did want to tell you that the way you have a way with your words and your delivery and your stage presence. Like, I've seen a lot of artists perform, and some pretty established, but still, like, stage presence is everything. And definitely whether you're hosting or performing, like, you definitely shut it down. Seriously.
I appreciate that.
Like, your delivery, it's just like you're a storyteller. Like, you know, and we're going to get into the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm definitely with that.
Yeah, for sure. And definitely, like, even with your first track, Testify.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of draws into what I wanted to ask you about, like, how you started in music, because you definitely aged yourself in there with the pager reference.
I really did have a pager in the 10th grade.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
I actually don't think I ever had a pager, but I did. My mom did have one, but I had the Nokia phones.
Oh yeah, the
broke
bricks,
in
the little
bricks.
brick with the snake phone on it.
Yep, that was the best game.
Yeah, I got my first cell phone when I was in 11th grade, and I've had the same number all the way up until.
Was it prepaid?
No, it wasn't prepaid. I wish it was.
I had prepaid.
I wish it was.
I can't talk, Mom.
Right.
I gotta go.
If it was prepaid, I probably wouldn't have got as much trouble as I did. Because, back then text messages were like 20 cents a text. So, no, I had a pager. That was the way my parents got a hold of me when it was time to get out of football practice. I would just send her a page and she sent me a page back, certain codes that we developed. But, yeah, it was a pager. And that I didn't. Yeah, I had a feeling I would date myself.
I was like, I don't know if the kids know about that.
Yeah. It wasn't a two-way. It was a pager.
But there was definitely some, also, aside from the jokes, there were a lot of, like, deep moments I felt I really connected to, like the line where you said God's, like, I'm not quoting it, but with every step, like every forward, or you know what I'm talking about, that one lyric that you have.
On Testify?
Yes, on Testify.
Oh, that was Quest Bar.
Yeah.
With,
I love
keeping
that.
God first every step forward.
And it was a good intro to your EP, the Talking to Myself. Okay, but backtrack. The dialogue was epic. And I have to ask you, I know everybody wants to know, is that really you talking to yourself? You just changed the voices?
That is really me talking to myself. So beautiful. I have to start back a ways. So on my first mixtape, I used to do those two characters. One was high pitched, one was low pitched. It was called Real and Disrespectful.
In your music?
In my music,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
They were skits that I would do. The high-pitched voice was called Real, and the low-pitched voice was Disrespectful. And them together was called Real Disrespectful. So they will always say the things I wanted to say to people, and I just never had the balls to say it myself.
Wow. I always thought in this EP it was you talking to you, like, about, like, the balancing of everything.
It is.
Yeah, okay.
No, it is. That's but that's who those characters represented. It was really me.
Yes.
So in this one, those are the two voices that are constantly going on in here. There's a positive guy, the guy that's always like, yo,
let's have fun.
How y'all doing? Let's have a good time. And then there's a guy that's like, you still got this to do. You still got that to
business,
do. You ain't really got time to really be playing around like you want to be. So it's always that piece. So if I ever go smiling on you and then all of a sudden I just kind of look back, I'm probably not all the way there. I'm probably thinking about what I got to do back at home. But that's the constant battle of having myself. And yes, that's me talking to myself.
That's so genius. Seriously. But I want to say overall the EP is very refreshing.
Thank you.
It's like we didn't know we need that until you dropped it. And we're like, oh, this is something feel good. Like every song is literally like you can two-step to it.
Yeah.
I love it. And it's just like it gets stuck in your head too. You're like,
good. Look, I knew I had something well with my wife started singing the songs back to me. When she would sing the hooks back, because my wife doesn't really listen to a lot of music. So if she tells me she likes a song, it must really be good, because to impress her, you have to really be good. So when she started singing the hook back, I said, "Are you singing my song?" She's like, "Oh, I guess I was." Oh snap! I got something. So that's my barometer. She tells me all the time, like, don't gauge whether a song is good off of me, but like, no, I have to. You're the person I'm trying to get to. Like,
exactly.
If you like it, all right, cool, I'm straight.
It's huge. Yeah. It's kind of like, I always refer to this as like a coach being hard on their best player.
Yeah.
Like my husband's always telling me like he's mean to me when he trains me. Oh, low key, if he's watching, like he's scary. Like if I'm not paying attention, he's like, you better pay attention. Like we'll get in arguments like, because they're hard on you. But
for sure, no. I sometimes I'm like, can you listen to this? I don't necessarily get mean, but I'll do the little puppy dog eyes. Why don't you want to listen to my music? Please listen to my music. So I do the puppy dog eyes, and she's like, fine, I'll listen to your stuff.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's get into Testify. Well, I understand you have some songs that you're gonna perform or play back
so
songs.
we record a little performance. So we aren't just sitting here looking at a little screen. So we record some performances.
I think they want to see something.
Give them something more to look at. So the first track is Testify off the album, just after Backstage, and we could talk about that whole concept on how those all supposed to flow together. But do you want to play the video and then we'll talk about after? Yeah, okay, let's do it. You want to throw it to Mac, if you could be so kind as to play Testify.
Still weighing out my options. Balance with a mic and stuffing cabbage in my pockets. Do it for the check and speak and keep it real topic. Come on, let Papa tell it. I'm focused on filling bellies. Add a signal to my celly. Money for my deli and relishing chrome Pirellis. 5-star tellies for tripping out of Singapore. Hate to break it to him, I've been eating less and writing more. Just to walk inside the door. Before I call it quits, I'll be rolling down the corridor. Talking with a guy before I let my ceiling hit the floor. Still gotta make deposits. Dreams not enough to put a silence on the watchman. You call him bill collector, still a sniper for my wallet. I'm writing the pilot to air my dollars. Turn the stove up on them. Proper season the collards and serve it to profit. I'm still striving for the balance in it.
Hold tight. Ducking violence, I'll be honest. All this greed, I would fall if it weren't for the knowledge. Power and a dollar, better grip, better whips, better trips to the islands. Come on.
Balance up, even polish, that's masterpiece.
She want a king, I'm honored. Better leader when the heat up or the gas off. Don't panic, just balance.
I'm still weighing out my options. Ride fly, command skies in the cockpit. Top ramen or steak chops in the owner's box. Plotting for high spots and stock options. Leader. Suit and tie demeanor. Hoodie low profile, growing my grass greener. Forget a breather. I ain't trying to be a sleeper. Comfortable coach rider, denied dreamer.
I ain't going out like that though.
Better bank on it, partner. I ain't got it yet, but the work proper. Hurt locker to the door blocker. Try knock a king off his crown chakra. I'm patient for the throne doctor.
Father, forgive him.
A healthy piece of greed in them. I just want a pair of fresh denims. A set of slippers that can match figures while I'm sipping on a finer liquor. Not worried if I could proper tip her. I'm trying to balance
okay, hold tight. Ducking violence, I'll be honest. All this greed, I would fall if it weren't for the knowledge. Power and a dollar, better grip, better whips, better trips to the islands. Come on.
Balance up, even polish, that's masterpiece.
She want a king, I'm honored. Better leader when the heat up or the gas off. Don't panic, just balance.
Oh, and the smoothest comeback ever.
Yes. So actually, that was Balance.
That was Balance.
Yeah.
That was the second track off the project.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. That's still a good track. We can get into that as well. Balance, produced by my older brother, Prime Minister.
Older brother, like by blood?
By blood. That's my older brother.
Okay.
Yeah. My
music's a whole family affair.
It's a whole family affair.
Beautiful.
Actually, both my brothers make beats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. My older brother is the one that makes beats more consistently.
Okay.
And he's a dope performer. We had him on Raw Stream. I get now.
Wait, which one's was your brother?
Prime Minister. He's the.
Oh,
he was
yeah,
on.
duh.
Yeah,
Okay.
episode 2.
Okay,
Yeah, no, don't
I
trip.
saw that one.
Yeah. Don't trip. I got a lot of my. I studied him when I actually. So we didn't grow up together.
Wait, how many brothers do you have? 3, 2. Okay.
Older
So
and
she's-
younger. So I'm the middle. I didn't grow up with him though, so I grew up as the older brother, and then I was
Okay.
introduced to him when I was 19. My dad just told us like, "Hey, you got an older brother." I said, "Oh, really?" And I went to school in Ohio, and he told me when I came back home from college one summer, he's like, "Yeah," and he lives in Cleveland. I said, "He's like down the street from where I am."
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
it's a crazy
That was
story.
meant to
I'm gonna
be.
save that story, the full story, for my
Side B.
for an album. Well, side B is still on lines of talking to myself.
Okay.
That story is reserved for another album that I'm actually working on. So, yeah, that's another story. We could talk about that later on in the interview. But
Wait, backtrack. So
Yeah.
how long did it take you to make Talking to Myself?
talking to myself.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, fun fact: Balance was off of Without Permission
Okay.
track list. My album that I released back in 2017. I was one of the holdoffs. So, if I were to gauge how long it took to put these songs together and make them all, it took about 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, about 5 years. Only because some of them stem back as far as 2015. So Balance stems back from 2015.
And you just came off a project with Shy Light.
With Shy Light. Actually,
Yeah.
Shy Light and I did 2 projects last year in 2020. We did Born in Hate and we did Light Wind.
Yes.
Born in Hate wasn't planned. We were actually still doing Light Wind, but then the George Floyd incident happened,
Right.
and things happened in Minneapolis, and it took our attention away from it. And we were just going to do one song dedicated to that for Light Wind, but then it shifted our temperature so much that we had to do an entire project around that. So
You two have amazing chemistry, by the
yeah,
way. Seriously.
I agree. Like, thank you for
That live session that you
Yeah.
did, oh my goodness. That was
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
That was so fun to watch.
I think there's
Seriously.
more videos of that one coming out.
Is there?
Yeah, so
Ooh.
we got the She Got Fans, and then we did which one that just came out? I don't want to say which one it was. I forget. There's 2 of them out right now,
Yeah.
and I think there's one more, and then Shy Light has his own set. But no, our chemistry is actually pretty crazy.
That was fun.
I did not anticipate it being that good.
And like, what's it like though when you're, because like a lot of artists are like, they just want to stick to themselves, right?
Right.
But like having that much of like in the song and back and forth,
Yeah.
like that must have been so fun.
It's for me when I know that somebody takes the same severity in their writing that I do, it makes it a lot easier for me to work with them.
Okay.
Some people don't take their writing that serious. For me, I take the writing portion of this very serious, just as serious as I take the performance aspect. But the writing piece, like, it has to mean something from start to finish. Every bar has to mean something to you, if to nobody else.
Right.
Even if nobody at home will understand what references you're talking about, if it at least makes sense to you and you can tell me, you can articulate that to me, whether I agree with it or not, that makes that artist, I definitely see myself working with them because I take it that serious.
Right.
There are many references that I know people just won't understand.
Right.
I mean, in Balance alone, like, there were references in there, and I hate trying to recall like little lines out of songs, so I'm not gonna be able to just snatch them out. I'm not gonna be able to snatch them out like that. I have to spit it in its entirety. We don't want to sit there
Please
for
do.
that.
Please do.
No, you gotta go stream that, baby. But there are references that only I will understand, but that's what makes the music personal for me. So Shy Light is the same way. He has references that only he will be able to get, or people from Chicago, whatever, will be able to get. And that's what I love about working with him. Like, he takes it that serious. And then on the business side, I happen to, I wear a lot of hats. He wears a lot of hats as well. So I know if I ask him to do something, he's going to do it. I know he knows if he asks me to do something, I'm going to do it because we're that serious about it. So I think that makes the chemistry that much more tangible. Like, you can see it. Like, we both want the same things for ourselves.
Love.
Yeah.
So let's get back to Balance. So
Yes.
what is Balance about?
So Balance is that age-old struggle for underground MCs like myself, well, at least where I came from, this
Okay.
backpack. And it's, yes, I want to spit real bars. And I want you to really understand all the gravity and all the little nuances. But we know that lane doesn't pay a whole lot. My dad always asked me the question, like, how much money you make from music this year? how much money you make from music this year? That's always been his question. Probably still his question next time I see him. How much
does it feel like a lot of pressure? Like
always a lot of pressure, especially who my dad is. So it's always a lot of pressure. So,
but backtrack on Testify. You said your dad said that you're a beast, or like my son's gonna be a beast. So right?
Yeah, okay.
Wait, did I say the right song? Wait, that line.
My papa can't deny you made your son a beast.
Yes.
Yeah, that's. There's a story to that.
Okay, we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. Yeah. But there is imbalance. So it's me dealing with. I love writing the music that I make, but the music that I make at the time is not paying me. So how can I dance along this line of doing what's real yet make it profitable, like the two voices right before the track we're talking about. Like, you always want to bring it back to money. It's like, yeah, well, money is what makes the world go around.
Right.
And if you want to do this as a profession, it is a music business. You're just making music. Where is the business aspect? So that's that internal battle with myself. Like, I want the finer things. I really do. I want to go to a spot and order some expensive drink that nobody's ever heard of. I want the fancy shoes. I want the draperies, but then I also want to make music that I gravitate towards. So that's that internal struggle of, do I keep it real or keep it profitable?
Right.
Yeah.
The balance.
Love it. And a little small anecdote to that. My old previous manager from years ago, we used to always have this battle. It's like, I can be commercial and be underground at the same time. He said, it's not possible. I think this album will do
I think
that.
you really did break that barrier.
I think
honestly.
So. I hope it did.
I can hear that in some, behind the scenes of like some movie or show, or because it's all dancey and like it's just fun.
Right.
It's just so fun.
What I love
you had
about
fun making this.
I did.
You
have
can
fun.
tell.
I did have fun.
You really like let go, I feel like, and you just kind of like, I'm just gonna have fun and see where this takes me. And
for sure,
talking to yourself, like literally. Yeah. Like, you have to be really like comfortable with yourself to
I did.
That
and
self-reflection.
It's probably the scariest part of this whole project, because there is a lot of me in there. Being the type of rapper I was, it was always fun to twist words to where you don't really understand unless you know the reference.
Right.
And backstory to that, my dad, I used to write in a journal just for me. My dad found it one day, and one day he made me mad, and I was cussing him out for at least 5 pages. And he read that. He said, this is what you threw it at me. This is what you think about me? Oh, okay, cool. And then from that point on, I started to get real cryptic in my own writing, so that when he picked it up, he didn't know what he was reading.
Wow.
Yeah, that actually translated into
That's
music.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's a fun story.
So for me, the music I would make, it was all very, very cryptic, and then to the point where nobody knew who I was at the end of the day. Yeah. But me listening to it was like, I'm giving you everything. So now it's like making it more plain. And the freedom in that is... there's a lot of freedom in it, but then it's also very scary. Like, I'm really... Because
you're being vulnerable. It's scary being vulnerable.
Very scary being vulnerable, yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, so let's get into Testify now.
Yes,
this
Testify.
time the right clip, please. I'm kidding.
Thank you, Mac. Go ahead and get that right for me, player.
I'm just kidding.
Man, I love Mac. Mac is the guy right there, man.
Killing the game. Sir. All right, Mark, you want to throw it to him?
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Testify, produced by Blue Magic, featuring Jaquay. Ladies and gentlemen.
Looks like I'm certified, mama said I'd be. My papa can't deny you made your son a beast. So many nights I cried tears into a sheet. Turn that pain to a vibe, I think I need to test. From a snot nose, making no pesos, to handling business. I put 10 toes through the back door, made plans in the kitchen. Hats off to the missus, riding shotgun for long distance. Had to navigate through these trenches with a full tank of twin pistons. Took an L but did those dishes. I paid my dues plus interest, no shortcuts for this mission. Been a while but now they listening, this was all I dreamed of. Way back when the clean cut was fades in the pager, 10th grade major. Was getting that number, baby, I ain't playing. Had a lot to give, but one saying. Mama too tired, still praying. I done hit the wall, too scared to fall. From a height I thought I wasn't ready for. Thought it best I ain't need to know. Put the rest outside, please lock it up. They ain't listen, bro. I got up, dust off, I'm ready to go. Looks like I'm certified, mama said I'd be. My papa can't deny you made your son a beast. So many nights I cried tears into a sheet. Turn that pain to a vibe, I think I need to testify. Think I need to testify. think I need to testify. So many nights I cried tears into a shade. Turn that pain to a vibe. I think I need to testify.
Been a long journey on a quest about. Drawn to this, had to sketch it out. Sure thing, no skepticals. Got a full tank with the pedal down. Dodging ditches till it's level ground. Optimistic with the scheduled route. Optics vivid in a telescope. High plot the vision, I don't mess around. Got the regimen, call it working out till it's evident that it's purpose bound. Got to get it to the max amount. Turn the top big to how to stretch it out. Up mountains to upper echelon. Serve the full course like a restaurant. Tapped in with it pressing on. Bout to pop off, call it kettle corn. Top notch, all I'm headed for. In the cockpit, bout to let it soar. Authentic, don't mess with frauds. Only boss business, investing more. Plant crops, buy land for sure. Move it up the ranks with the credit score. Large print, you can rest assured. Keep God's image every step forward. Best believe everything I can achieve. Yes, sir. This recipe got me saying yes indeed. Yes, indeed. Just let it sink until you know what I mean. It's destiny, my legacy. Hey. Looks like I'm certified. Mama said I'd be. My papa can't deny you made your son a babe. So many nights I cried tears into a shade. Turn that pain to a vibe. I think I need to testify. Think I need to testify. Think I need to testify. So many nights I cried tears into a shade. Turn that pain to a vibe. I think I need to testify.
Yeah, that was Testify.
Testify.
Mark
Looks
W.
like I'm certified. I love that track.
Fresh off his new EP.
Yes.
Talking to myself.
Yes, for those who are not tuned in from
Again.
the jump. Yes.
Again, congratulations.
Thank
what
you
are you
very
at
much.
now? Over 20K streams?
So I was actually waiting until we got here. Like I know I
Yeah.
told everybody online it was like 15 and 20.
20,
We're actually
yeah.
at like 37
Woo!
streams overall. Yeah, I'm, like
wow,
it's still
amazing.
still kind of numbing for me because none of my other songs have done that. The other project have done that well.
And this is across the board or
It's
all
across the
Spotify?
board.
Wow.
On Spotify, actually.
Spotify.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know what the
Spotify.
other
The other
numbers
ones
look
yet?
like. They don't have
Woo!
a database quite like that.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Unless you're with United Masters. United
Okay.
Masters will tell you across the board what you're doing. But
Well, congratulations.
Thank
It's
you.
going to keep rising for sure.
I hope so. Look, keep streaming and tell your friends about it. All that goodness. I don't know which that camera right there. Tell your friends about it. Talking to myself, Mark W. All right.
I love it. I love it so much. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this time we played Testify for real this time.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We checked. We checked the
We
stream to
checked.
make sure.
Okay, and Testify, like I said, was a good introduction because you
For
started
sure.
from your childhood and you
Yeah.
just kept hustling.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
tell us more.
The hook. So that part we talked about with Papa. My papa can't deny you made your son a beast.
Yes. Love that
So
line.
my dad has never not supported me, but he never really showed that much of an interest in my stuff. I think because he assumed that it was a fad and it was going to go away. And one day he came to a show. I did a show. My first show I ever did was at Rhythm Lounge in Long Beach. I might be dating myself again. But I was opening up for Killer Priest. And he came to that show. And I remember him just saying, like, you look like you're having a really good time up there. But again, just a youngin', like, not really knowing where he's going to land. He came to my show recently. I think I was about 27, 28. He came up to me and was like, this is what you're really supposed to be doing.
Wow.
He actually looked like he believed at that point.
The
So that's
ultimate.
where that line, my papa can't deny you made your son a
Yeah.
beast. That's
Your
him
mom
telling
said
me.
you're certified.
Yeah, looks like I'm certified. Mama, like, so she always knew. She always told me I should sing. So that me opening up with that's like me telling, like, yes, mom, I'm singing now.
Wait,
Like,
how old were you when you like first realized you could sing, like, or rap, or what came first?
Rapping came first.
Okay.
Rapping came first. Well, let me be factual. Me and my mom used to sing Michael Jackson songs to and from school all the time.
Okay.
For a while, I was tone deaf. I didn't know what I sounded like. And then my mom worked with me because.
Wait, how old were you? Like
Ooh.
elementary?
I want to say 8 or 9.
Okay.
8 or 9. My mom worked with me. She was like, no, baby, you listen to yourself like this. And I would listen to myself. And then my aunt also worked with me. So my whole mom's side of the family, they're all singers. Like,
Wow.
They're all singers. They all play an instrument. So that's where music really comes from for me.
Makes a lot of sense.
My aunt taught me how to perform. And they got me good with just knowing what my voice can do. But where I really started to venture out was actually spoken word. spoken word was
Okay.
where, that's where I really learned how to write, how I learned to expressively emote what I was writing down, and then how to write to translate it on stage. Because not only was it spoken word, it was slam poetry.
Exactly.
And everybody who doesn't know, slam poetry is performance style spoken word, where you have to do it in a 3-minute staple and then really be expressive. So it's showman style spoken word pieces.
Right.
So
Wait, can I find these videos anywhere?
there is
spoken word?
one that's floating around called it's Act Right, and it's under Santa Ana. I did a spoken word piece in Santa Ana. Some guys happened to watch me do it, and they hunted me down and they said, "Can you do this to showcase downtown Santa Ana?" I said, "Yeah, sure, not a problem." So that video is still floating around. It's actually my signature piece. What do I be? Spoken word, yeah.
Meticulously multi-talented. I did it again.
I did it again.
I did it again. I'm gonna celebrate every time.
It's not a problem. So I started with rap, and then my mom always asked me, why aren't I singing? And honestly, I was shy to sing. I never really wanted anybody to hear me sing. Shy Light would tell me, like, bro, you know you a singer. Like, no, I say I imitate well. Because I don't know what.
So humble.
I think,
so humble.
No, really, I think I imitate well. I'm starting to find out what my voice sounds like, because I can imitate other singers. If I could hear them sing right next to me, I could probably sound just like them.
Okay.
But to get far enough away from them, I don't know where I'm supposed to be. Like, what note do I go to? So I'm practicing that. So that's still in development, the singing part. So yeah.
Beautiful, love it. So okay, the next track we're gonna play is "Might Be a Problem."
Might Be a Problem, produced by drummer Beezy. Thing about this track, I went to his studio. He always been telling me, like, I got some tracks for you. Now I only heard his trap stuff. He's a great trap beat maker.
Okay.
But he said, I got more stuff that you might be interested in. So I did a lot of work with another promotional company called Rap Sessions, where I was their videographer. And we did a lot of stuff at his studio. One day after one of his sessions, I just hung back and we sat. He pulled up his computer and I just went through his beats. He just pulled up his folder and he said, yeah, just have at it, go through it. And the Might Be a Problem beat was the one that I ended up taking from him that day, because I knew I could perform to that. But there were so many like gems. And what I love about it is all the layered textures that he has. So not just what I did with it, but if you listen to the sonics, there's sometimes where the bass cuts out, but there's like might be some keys jingling in the background, or there might be the fret sound of the guitar, like the guy just sliding his finger. He's really good with textures in his beats. So that's why I love working with drummer Beezy. And you're gonna hear him with more work on this project too.
On side B.
On side
this
A.
one. Oh yeah. Oh, that's right.
There's
we still got more
future
to play.
works with me and him later on, but
coming soon. I'm so anxious for the next project. I'm like,
oh yeah, no, side
give me
B?
the scoop on side B.
I give you the scoop. But we gonna get to that later on.
Yeah. Okay.
But Might Be a Problem, produced by drummer Beezy, and we'll get into what the song means.
Yeah.
Once we come back.
All right, let's go.
Only pace I know is go get it. Can't slow down when your background got some gold in it. Look what your daddy did to your mama, ain't no slouch, nigga. Better handle your business, bust them dishes if that makes a figure. Swear to God, I know I don't get close if all you do is talk. Sidewalks don't fit me, I need whips that don't get a chance to park. Ain't really gotta push to start, just speak with a bag, I'm taking off like give me that. I needs it all, new socks and drawers, please keep the pause. I'm built for the drive, I paid the cost like ooh, might need sleep. Wait, did I eat? I don't know, I'm focused. Do way more shit past what the clock see, and I mean that. Y'all might need breaks, I'm straight, this all gas. And that's all facts. Yeah, this might be a problem, I don't know how to stop. If I hit park, then I'm afraid to lose my spot. Don't bother talking, the speech is all you got. I'd rather not, ain't got time, I'm on the clock, babe. I don't know. Might be a problem, I don't know how to stop. All this time spent going Mach 10, got a plot meant for the young. And while I'm good, I know she would rather we good when that's done. Every night looking like when he might show, when he might get home to be close enough to make more than love. Like, can I slide in them sheets? Why can't I stand in my piece? Like my shoes off and bare feet. Take that trash out instead of passing out, cause a bag came before she did. Cancel plans for the week and chasing after more big demands. Ghost the woman you chose to be with you. Hope the feeling's still mutual. Get used to who? You not around talking about give me that stack, give me that rap. Give her more time, might get a ring back, pack up, shop, drop you, nigga, that's that. Home nigga, that's tragic, but it might really happen. Keep slacking. You could be the one sitting dumb, feeling numb to it all, but you good with a bag, right? This is your passion, right? Constructed a throne, made it your own, but now that she gone, who gon' make sure you right? Who gon' pay that price tag of that gas tank you tax? Where's the balance? I'm just asking. This might be a problem, I don't know how to start. If I hit park, then I'm afraid to lose my spot. Don't bother talking, the speech is all you got. I'd rather not, ain't got time, I'm on the clock, babe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. This might be a problem, I don't know how to stop.
And we're back.
And we're back.
I've always wanted to say that. And we're back. Back to you, Mark.
Yes. Well, today in Langley Falls,
Are you having a good time?
I'm having a great time. This is awesome.
Are
I was
you guys
nervous
having
at
a
first.
good
I feel
time?
silly for being
Wait,
nervous.
why?
I'm always nervous.
It's because like when you're not the host,
Yeah.
then you get
Yeah, when
know
I
how
don't
that
have
feels.
to, like when I'm the one on display, it's like, oh shoot,
It's a different
attention is on
feeling.
me
It's
right
a
now, and I
different
have to be
feeling.
on. When I'm host, like, oh yeah, if I feel like it's on me too long, my job is to throw it back onto the person that's supposed to be on. So yeah.
It's all
Nervous.
good. No, don't be. But anyways, I want to give a shout out to Lindsay does it in the building. Well, not in the literal building,
Yeah,
but
no. We're
in her building at home.
properly separated.
Thanks for watching.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so that was might be a problem.
Yes.
And can I guess what I took out of it, or
Okay.
not guess, but like let you know what I took out of it?
Oh,
like,
for sure.
like you're just like you're so on top of your grind and your hustle that like it's gonna be a problem because nobody's ready for it. Like that's what I took out of it.
Oh,
Am I
okay.
kind of? I don't know.
No.
Oh,
but
darn, I tried.
But that's if that's what you
guess.
took from it, that's
Yeah.
what you took from it. What I meant from it is
Okay.
literally this might be a problem. Because in the first verse, yes, I am definitely on top of my grind. I'm always working. And then at that last little 4 bars, it says, wait, did I eat? I don't know, I'm focused. Yeah, it's like I would talk about this with my wife all the time. She asked me, did you eat today? Like,
Workaholic.
yeah, workaholic. And so much so that, so in the second verse is actually me talking about being so focused. I saw it after my wife. Like just how I'm going after this grind, I went after her the exact same way. Tracked her down because we were involved years ago, and I tracked her down. I was like, that's who I want. Went and got her, and then all right, back to my regular focus. So much so that she says, like, you can't keep coming home at 4 o'clock in the morning and expect me to be okay with that. And I wanted to be frustrated because it's like, no, like that's
You're a
already
night
knew-
owl.
Yeah, you knew what you signed up for. That's what I wanted to say, but then it goes, nah, like she's right. Like, how long can this keep up? How long would she be satisfied with just seeing a portion of me? So it's like this. Yes, everybody says I don't sleep. I always work. I always go after what I want. Yeah, but that might be a problem because the
That's
people that you really
true.
care about, the people that want to see you, they're worried about your health. They're
your
worried
well-being.
about seeing you. Like I barely see my parents. I get my workaholicness from them. I grew up not really seeing my parents like that because they were always working. Now, am I extremely proud of them? Oh, yeah, for sure. Because they gave me the stuff in me that everybody sees now. But would I wish to have more of those father-son moments? Would I wish to be able to talk to my mom and her not go, I'm on the phone? Like, yeah, I would love to have that. But that's not my story. And so to give more insight, like as I transition into possibly me and my wife talking about bringing a child up, she's like, well, you've already told me what it feels like on your end growing up to having parents very visible. and not seeing them like that and only seeing a portion of them, do you want the same thing for your seed coming up? So that's like the difficult conversation I would have with myself driving home from the studio at 3 a.m. Like, all this time spent going Mach 10, got a plot meant for the young. And while I'm good, I know she would rather we good when that's done, because I won't be able to keep that pace up my entire life. So as much as I will try to, I can't do it. Yeah. So it's like, where are you going to be when all that's done?
Taking all that into consideration with your relationship with your wife and your family, how have you made any like adjustments to your work schedule?
Most immediately with me and my wife. We wake up, even if I get done with work, it's a lot easier with COVID. I'll tell you that much. Because
work from home.
I work from home. So
your wife's working from home.
And she's working from home. So I see her all the time. So on lunch breaks, I come out of my office, she comes out of hers, and it's like, hey, what's going on? Smooch, kiss, let's have some lunch. Okay, go downstairs, get some lunch. But it's and it's a lot easier because in the morning, even though I might get done with work at like 3 a.m, I'm still going in my bed. I'm down the hall. She knows where I'm at, and that's her biggest concern. She just wants to know I'm good, which would make me marry her in the long run. Sidebar: she was the first girl I dealt with where I get done with work at like 2 a.m, and she's calling me, and I thought, oh man, I'm about to get chewed out. And she was like, she was mad, but she wasn't mad at me. She was mad because I didn't let her know I was okay. I said, oh, you're my wife. You don't know it yet. But I come home, and then we wake up at 7:30 in the morning, and we go walking around the neighborhood. Nice. And I leave my phone in the house because if I have my phone on me, I'm always going to check to see who's trying to get a hold of me, who can I reach out to. So I leave it at home, and that's just our time for about an hour and a half every morning. So that's the most immediate change. As far as talking to my family goes, I talk to my brother a lot more often.
That's good.
Talk to my little brother a lot more. So it's slowly getting better, but that's good. I recognize that that's a problem. So that's
Oh man, it just like kind of brought me back to like thinking how everybody may have probably taken times for granted pre-COVID life, right?
And I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, we could look at devastating pandemics like this. Obviously, the people we lost, we don't take that for granted. Like I lost my grandmother to COVID.
I'm so sorry.
Me too. It's still something I deal with, but and I appreciate the condolence. But we all this time we have with our family now, it's like, yeah, we really don't see each other, but maybe 4 hours out of the day when we're home from work, because we're spending most of our time out and about. Yes, an 8-hour work day, but we're out of the house for like 12 hours at a time. And then when we come home,
very true,
we have the nerve to be upset when they ask to be around us because we're only, so it's true. You know what I mean? Like, God, give me some time by myself. Like, I haven't seen you all day.
That's so true.
Trust me, I was the same way. Like, what do you want now? Okay, but now that, and then that things are releasing. I know my wife works in the Cal State system. Mm-hmm. She has to go back to work in a little bit, and I'm just kind of dreading the day. Like, oh, I'm gonna be in the house by myself. I can't go bother her anytime I want to. If you're watching, baby, yes, that. I hope you heard me. Yeah.
Heart emojis for wifey.
Yeah, no, wifey's a real one.
Behind every great man's a great woman.
Oh yeah. Well, in front of every great man is a great woman because they're leading the way. No, seriously.
Love that.
I hate this term. I don't hate it, but I understand it. But the term of behind a great man, we have nothing to do with it. We would not be doing what we want to do. It's real facts. Like I would have no motivation to do all of this if I didn't know I had someone in my corner telling me, yeah, you can do it. So she's in front of me saying like, no, come on. You got it. Because she's already handled her business. She good.
Love it.
Yeah.
So your EP really like resonates with me because that is a problem for me too. Like overworking, like these guys know, like I have mental breakdowns like every month. Man. But let's not get into that. Okay. This is about you. But nah, I love, like, seriously, it resonates with me too because I would have to like be asked also like, did you eat? And like everybody like at my other job, like, time to take a lunch. And I'm like, damn. But when you love what you do, you just get caught in the moment and you don't want to like lose that focus. For sure. So I totally get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get into the next track.
Let's do it.
What we got next?
The next one, this one's a crowd favorite. Currently at 8,000 streams. Yeah.
Is it my favorite? Is it Basement Product?
Yeah, that's Basement Product.
That's my favorite
Product,
one.
Produced by Eddie Vance. We'll get into all the fun facts about that song.
Definitely a favorite.
Back. But that's one of my favorites as well.
Basement Product, Mark W.
Basement Product. Yeah.
Let's go.
Break out the polish, wipe off the tarnish. That basement's a motherfucker. Yeah. If you like me, you a product of the basement. Please keep the mud, I'ma clean up, going ape shit. Different cut of cloth, see the fabric when the bed click. When the bed click, I be going
Big homie told me that phonies know how to perpetrate. Sit at your table like they ready for a dinner plate. Ain't made a contribution, act like they same as you. And who in your kitchen dishing that product by the bag? You, they ain't with the late night, early morning repeat like a perk plus bottle. I don't got a problem with the price. I put the work in, everything urgent. You ain't got a scalpel like this, they need a surgeon. It's been there from the jump, if I do it, call it done. From the cell of my cinematic symphony, been a drug. I'm plugged with meticulous tendencies, swimming 7 seas. Come catch a wave, I ain't playing with these niggas, please.
If you like me, you a product of the basement. Please keep the mud, I'ma clean up, going ape shit. Different cut of cloth, see the fabric when the bed click. When the bed click, I be going ape shit. If you like me, you a product of the basement. Please keep the mud, I'ma clean up, going ape shit. Different cut of cloth, see the fabric when the bed click. When the bed click, I be going ape shit. Break out the polish, wipe off the tarnish. That cellar dirty, get the gurney for the target. Stop being modest, keep it honest. Take them to class, they ain't fucking with the phonics. Hold up.
Maneuver been fluid, I'm using Michael Phelps strokes. Poking your programs, algorithms, and cheat codes. You ain't been on your modem service since I've been murking that landline. Time to log off and put in overtime. Now hold that, talking about you with no cap. I seen your scalp and snap back soon as I close up your app. Family, your anatomy wasn't built to handle this casualty. My fabric is damage proof, Mac, virus free. My target is duffel bags, packing depart. $1 for every grapple and battle scar. I've been with SI shit, I'm switching positions. Head above the surface, see what I've been missing.
If you like me, you a product of the basement. Please keep the mud, I'ma clean up, going ape shit. Different cut of cloth, see the fabric when the bed click. When the bed click, I be going ape shit. If you like me, you a product of the basement. Please keep the mud, I'ma clean up, going ape shit. Different cut of cloth, see the fabric when the bed click. When the bed click, I be going ape shit. Break out the polish, wipe off the tarnish. That cellar dirty, get the gurney for the target. Stop being modest, keep it honest. Take them to class, they ain't fucking with the phonics. Hold up. If you like me, you a product of the basement. Please keep the mud, I'ma clean up, going ape shit. Different cut of cloth, see the fabric when the pen click. When the pen click, I be going ape shit. If you like me, you a product of the basement. Please keep the mud, I'ma clean up, going ape shit. Different cut of cloth, see the fabric when the pen click. When the pen click, I'm going ape shit. I be going ape shit. I be going ape shit. You like me? You going ape shit. You going ape shit.
Yeah.
Basement product.
Yeah.
Love. Okay, I definitely want to hear the story on this one.
All right. So the making of this was a late edition. So this was done. See, we released on the 29th. So this was done maybe 3 weeks prior to release. So before I did the photo session with Mac for the promotion of this album, I had almost just wrapped the song, maybe a week before that. So that was my first time doing a complete song of writing on the mic. So there's processes where people write in their phones, people write in their head, or you write on the mic. So since it's just me in my room recording, I can just turn on the mic and record it line for line. And what I'm noticing is that is a little bit better for me because, like we said off camera, I tend to overthink things when I have time to write it down. So if I have to put it down as it's recording, like, okay, what is a good flow here? How do I make this make sense? Where am I going with it? Doing it on the fly like that makes for more seamless music that I can make. So it's something I'm still messing with. So that's that fun fact. That is a YouTube beat. I have my own emotions about that, but we won't get into that. It's a trap beat. I love it. And it came across the way I wanted to, and it brought me back into my underground roots of going at somebody. Like, this was definitely not a shot, but it was more like a reminder to the younger generation. It's like, don't let your success or your hypeness be centered around these things we carry in our pockets. Like, that's not really tangible. Yes, we see the numbers, statistics, and all that. They don't lie. Numbers are real. But when we get face to face, can you deliver that same energy? And I'm not talking about fighting. I'm talking about those things.
Work ethic,
all of that. Like, can you really match that energy that you did in this music video? the energy that you had in that booth recording it, can you really match that on stage? Can you match it in person? If I said battle right now, can you pull some rhymes out of your back? Can you freestyle off the top of the head? Because now I have to specify.
Have you ever mentored? Like, do you have like a mentorship program or anything like that?
I don't specifically mentor. Like, I don't actually have like a program.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
imagine like you'd kill it if you did. Like, I mean, you're so multi-talented.
Now, watch, if my wife sees this, she's gonna see, I'm not the only one. She calls me a rap coach all the time. So I have younger partners now, and it feels weird. They call me OG. I have OGs that taught me all of this,
right?
And I have my own spin to it. But now I'm in a position where I can give them that type of information. So I have young partners that I tell, like, make sure you watch out for this. And off top, any young cat that comes and tells me, like, oh yeah, I'm a rapper, immediately, all right, spit something right now, because that's what I went through. If you tell me you a rapper, spit something right now.
Has that ever happened? Have you ever came across any artists and you had them spit right in for you?
I've only met one kid that actually did it.
Oh,
now, he
wow.
messed up, but I gave him mad respect because he actually did it.
So other artists that you've done that to, they wouldn't do it?
They go, oh, well,
oh no.
Yeah. Because then it becomes real. So that's like
Have you seen those shows on Netflix where the rap battle or the like competition shows?
Yeah,
and
you
like
talking about Rhythm and Flow?
There's Rhythm and Flow, but then there's another one.
There's
another one. Shoot, I'm forgetting. But it's like so interesting. I just thought of that because it's like, I don't know. I love it. Yeah. It's cool.
Well, I mean, it kind of shows like where you're at.
Yeah.
Like, how serious do you take it?
Exactly.
Busta Rhymes had an interview recently where I think it was Kumo D. I could be getting his OG wrong, but they had him and leaders of the new school running around the block in the gym, like spitting their lyrics while they're working out. Like, and I do the same thing.
That makes sense.
It's
yeah.
like,
the stamina, you got to build that stamina.
Like, how serious do you take this?
Yeah.
Do you
can't be out of breath on stage.
No,
you know?
can't.
Yeah.
And I've done that many a times. But you don't want to be that guy that it gets caught slipping. And a lot of times, a lot of the young cats I meet, so I have that line, like, you ain't been on your modem service since I've been working that landline. It's time to log off and put in overtime. A whole lot talking about you and no cap. I see your scalp is snap back as soon as I close up your app. Now that's wordplay. I see your scalp snap back. You'll get that later. Close up your app. You'll get that later. But it's really like,
don't stay comfortable.
Yeah, don't get comfortable. Like, I've been in a dial-up age. You're now in a time like you don't even know what the AOL startup sounds like. Or
dating yourself again.
That part I don't really care about. I'm good with that part. Yeah, that part of dating, like, that's good. It's
they will
like,
never understand.
They won't understand that little sound where you're just waiting for that.
Or when someone picks up the phone, I'm trying to log on the internet. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Mom.
Now, for young boys, when the internet got disconnected, they was probably doing something we weren't supposed to do. But we'll catch another story. But yeah, it's really like, so not only talking to the younger ones, it's also talking to myself. Like, remember, like, there was a reason why you got into this. You want to be able to hold up those same standards you want to give to everybody else. Everybody thinks I'm battling everybody else when I'm in my songs and I write songs like that. It's really just reminding myself, like, yo, there's somebody just as hungry as you, younger than you, that got more time, that's coming for your spot. What are you going to do? Right. One of my favorite lines that KRS has, he's not lines, but he had a statement. He said, every new rapper that comes out, he writes at least 10 new rhymes aimed just for that rapper that will kill him. Like, I will take you out of your career in these 10 rhymes. And that song is just rhymes. That's KRS-One. He's still doing that.
Right.
He's our OG. So I have to carry that same type of moniker. Like, all right, I got to make sure I stay sharp at this, not let it slack. So that's really, I get, if you like me, you a product of Basement. So
what is Basement product, though?
So Basement product, like, it's just another way of saying underground.
Okay.
Me and my team used to always say, like, we are the stuff from the basement, like all the ugly stuff, all the grimy stuff, all the stuff you really don't want to see. It's in the basement. Like, you're scared to go in the basement at night because you don't know what's down there.
Right.
I am that thing that came out of the basement. That's where I'm from. The fact that this album is pop right now, that's just me. Like, the last line I say is like, let me put my head above the surface, see what I've been missing. Like, because I've been so adamant about, like, no, I'm underground. I will never be pop. This album is pop. Oh shit, what did I just do? Like, so now you should be a little worried because I spent a lot of time hungry and waiting for this. I'm coming up. my head above the surface. So be a little worried. Yeah.
Got it.
But also reminding myself, like, you should be worried for somebody else who's thinking just like you. Yeah.
Dang, I love that. Oh my gosh, that's so okay. I see that. Definitely one of my favorite songs.
And I got a video concept for that one. I don't want to give too much away, but just know it's Jordan
when can we
Peele
expect
influenced. I was supposed to talk to the videographer today, actually.
Okay.
And I missed that phone call because I had some other work to do. Might be a problem once again, but I missed that phone call. But I'm gonna reconnect with him tonight. Or
he's gonna call you back.
I'm gonna call you right back. I promise. But yeah, he's
after
gonna
this.
help me out with that. That video, just know it's Jordan Peele influence.
Ooh, so it has like a thriller kind of a.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay, now I'm excited for that.
Oh man.
Okay.
I hope it gets pulled off the way. He just showed me the location he wanted to do today. So if it. Yeah, Stanley Kubrick type. Like, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so we have Basement Product. Now we have Turn Around.
That
one's super funky.
That one again is produced by drummer Beezy.
Okay.
Different on this one though, and I'll talk about where it came from. But he produced this off of an idea I had. Ooh. So I didn't pick this out of his catalog. He customized this one for me.
Okay.
Yeah, and this was a song I had to get done because. Somebody recently told me this past Sunday that she was like, no, that kind of fits who you are right now in a whole, just in a different way. Like, I like to be goofy. I like to be funky with it, but there's also a little cockiness in there too. Like, I'm cool, but, I'm being light. Don't challenge me because I'm worried about this stuff. And I just like having fun, and especially the vamp out. I'm saying too much. We can go right into it.
Yeah, I think you want to see. Okay, let's go.
Produced by drummer Beezy, ladies and gentlemen.
Hit it.
Hey, yo, Beezy, what we doing, man? Oh, this what we doing. All right. I guess I gotta rub some stays on this stuff. Watch out. Look. I gotta put my cool on cruise control. So many of them want that clutch and go. Yeah. Sorry, baby, he already been sold. Better try another pump with a premium flow. I ain't mean to lay it out that cold, but the way it ain't built, you lucky it ain't snow. Sweat down in Pisco, got platinum balled up, now watch it unfold. I told you, this thing to run cheap's gon' cost you. A couple laps, I keep a few sponsors. Be afraid I'm an Inglewood monster with some bills to pay. I can't be the one sitting by the dock of the bay doing overtime work. Minimum wage, regular pay. I need all my chips and donuts glazed. Now point me to the bank. Damn, that's a cold outfit. I know, it came with a Franklin drip. Pardon the sauce, it might stick. Ragu got a few, it'll get you lit, I promise. I'm being honest, everybody steps in line like black collars. You might need more mileage, test drive first, then talk to the pilot. Turn around, let them see it. They need a view to believe in, turn around. Sweet Jesus, slow it down, you speeding. Turn around, let them see it. They need a view to believe in, turn around. Sweet Jesus, slow it down. Ooh, Lord, he did it again. Got a good time pregnant and had twins. Name Vibe and Chill. Ain't gotta do much when you keeping it real. That's big facts. You wrinkle, fix that. Can't slack with a crease, Jack. Focus up. Or get in line for the bus. We bossy round here. Look at the cuffs. I'm top of the line. Relax spine. Too cool to rush. Or waste my time. Don't sweat the shine. Or drop a dime. Miss these do cost but a quarter fine. You can moisturize or texturize, but if you're not born with it, don't plagiarize. Don't steal no page of mine. This book is in use and it fits me fine. Are you comfortable? Do you need more space? I can work with you. It's hard to get close to this temperature. Need a pair of long johns and a coat with you. This drink, a slow sipper. I'd advise you not to shoot without a mixer. Don't miss a thing, try and taste bitter. There's more room in the suite, please try visit. Now turn around. Turn around. Okay, they see you. Turn around. I know everybody likes to clap on this part. Let's try snap. Turn around. Turn around. See how steezy that feels. Let's try add some more sauce stuff. Like, just turn around, don't rush it. Take your time, they wanna see something. Ease up on the gas, don't go so fast. They gon' love it. Just turn around, don't rush it. Take your time, they wanna see something. Ease up on the gas, don't go so fast. They gon' love it. Just turn around, don't rush it. Take your time, they wanna see something. Ease up on the gas, don't go so fast. They gon' love it. Just turn around, don't rush it. Take your time, they wanna see something. Ease up on the gas, don't go so fast. They gon' love it. Just turn around, don't rush it. Take your time, they wanna see something. Ease up on the gas, don't go so fast. They gon' love it. Just turn around, don't rush it. Take your time, they wanna see something. Ease up on the gas, don't go so fast.
Beezy, you a fool for this one, bruh. I'm telling you. Monstrous.
Action.
You must remember to mute your phone.
I know, like, I got to mute. Ugh.
Right.
Shout out DJ Cubby. Hey.
Yeah, I see you
What
dancing
up?
with the emojis in there. That's what's
Lindsay
up.
does it. All right, so that was
Turn around.
Turn Around.
Yeah.
And now, yeah, I love that one too.
That one's a fun one for me because I love performing, and that one gives me a lot of room to get my James Brown on. So I'm a huge fan of Bruno Mars. And
have you seen him live?
Yes.
I heard he's amazing.
He's freaking amazing live.
Wow.
Like his show, there's only been two shows that I've seen live that I left feeling like, oh my God,
Wow.
that was a show.
Amazing.
Bruno Mars and J. Cole.
Wow.
Oh no, and a Redman Method Man show.
Okay.
Yeah. That and almost forgot. Pharoah Monch. Pharoah Monch is on my top list. But anyway, when it comes down to that song, I originally wrote that to his song Perm. Yeah.
Okay.
I found the instrumental. I found a band version of that. And I always wanted to write a rap to that because it's like Irv said off screen, it has a real B-boy vibe to it. And I love B-boy records just because if you really catch the pocket well, you can really say whatever you want and it'll sound cool as hell, especially when B-boys is top rocking. Oh, love it. But I can't do anything with a mixtape song. So I hit up drummer Beezy and I said, can you make a beat around this? And I'm looking for that same type of funk. And that's what he sent back to me. I said, oh my good. So I had to re-record it because I sent him the acapella, but he sent me back this beat and it matched, but the temperament was different. So I had to redo it. And the structuring of it was a little different. So the whole snaps at the end, the vamp was totally different than the original one I recorded. I actually like the vamp on this one a little bit better. And it's really fun.
It's your favorite, you said.
It's one of my favorites, for sure.
Okay.
Because it's my favorite one to perform because then I can get real goofy. I can do a James Brown strut. I can get like real silly and cocky and all that because that's what I like doing. I like making people laugh at shows. Now, there are times like with Basement Product, I like to get in your face and like, no, I'm serious about this. But most of the time, people looking at me like, okay, I get it. You're serious. You really rap. I would rather get in your face and do all that. And then somebody goes, oh, he talked to me. Like, I like that look. Like, you having a good time at a show. And I feel like that track does it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Aww.
Love doing that song.
Okay, then which one's your favorite one?
My favorite track is Two Hands, actually.
Okay, so that's going to be the next one.
That is my ultimate favorite track. Yeah, that's why it's the last one.
Two Hands, okay.
Because that mentality is one that was taught to me by my parents. Now, not necessarily in those words specifically, but it's more or less they taught me like there are no excuses. Are you able-bodied? Do you think you can do it? Then you should be able to do it. Can you see the picture in your mind? My dad always told me, like, if you can see it up here, there's nothing that's going to stop you from making it a reality. And that's the concept I keep with videos and graphics and sonics as well. If I can hear it in here, I can see it in here, then I'm going to create it. That's what's going to happen. So in that sense, I wanted to take it and put it to another fun type of 90s vibe. As long as I got two hands.
With a feature on there.
With one of my good friends. I call her my sister in rhyme.
So good.
Lisa Mona.
Lisa Mona.
Yeah, no, she's, when we met, so we did a show at Fade Odo's in Los Angeles, and I was the headliner, like the main headliner. Like there were 3 headliners at the show. I was the main one, and there were 2 ones that were technically opening up for me, but they were also headliners as well. I oftentimes reach out to every performer I rock with just to say, like, hey, I'm going to be there rocking. I hope to meet you. She was the only one that responded. It's like, oh, yeah, I hope to meet you too. So in turn, it made me look at her music. Like, oh, she actually pretty dope. We met in person. I saw her show. Like, oh, my gosh, she killing it. Like, I actually have to work on this show. I have to actually put some effort into it. So fast forward a couple years. We have a similar backstory as far as our thing in music. She's been doing it a little bit longer than me.
Okay.
So she has a lot more to offer me as far as knowledge in this. But in the same breath, like, we both have a very mutual respect for each other's pen work, our performance, the love for the craft. So I did a track with her on her album, a few tracks where we were both featured, and then I asked her to jump on this record. and she killed it. Like I was like,
It's
oh
amazing.
man, that's awesome. Yeah,
2 hands.
2 hands.
Okay, so you want to save what more about it after we listen
yeah, I'll
to the
say
song?
more about
Okay,
it
okay.
afterwards. Yeah, because there's more to how that song came together. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. We're gonna hear this after. All right, Mark, you want to throw it to him?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, coming up next, 2 Hands, produced by Omni Beats.
And if they was ready, they would have seen this coming. If you talking a tight grip, mine's a vice lock. Like the click from a deputy's brace watch. If it makes sense, I'm in pocket. Flipping it to a knot, then make a deposit. There ain't a job I can't clock in overtime. A 9 to 5, that's small change compared to mine. It's not a problem. You split, then I multiply. I'm on my 25th hour, you call it bedtime. I'm not about this like a second. I'm fitted for a crown, but I hustle like a peasant. You bet he can take a L, huh? Try again, son. It's not the product of fat ladies already, son. Top notch, no pitch stops, I'm on it, bruh. This Palm Pilot still flies at 30 plus. A lot further I can touch, even when it's been enough, cuz.
Long as I got 2 hands, I'ma make 'em work. It don't matter what the job that I can learn. Keep talking,
I'm not concerned.
better make new plans. You about to miss your turn. You got in line with the wrong one.
With the wrong one.
Try again, son, what you think?
What was you thinking?
I ain't worried what it is you do. About what you do. I ain't tryna be rude. Ain't tryna be rude. Ain't pay for my food. No. I ain't worried what it is you do. About what you do. I ain't tryna be rude. Ain't tryna be rude. Ain't pay for my food. No.
With my own with my own. Long as I got 2 hands, I'ma make 'em work. It don't matter what the job that I can learn. Keep talking,
I'm not concerned.
better make new plans. You about to miss your turn. You got in line with the wrong one.
With the wrong one.
Try again, son, what you think?
What was you thinking?
I ain't worried what it is you do. About what you do. I ain't tryna be rude. Ain't tryna be rude. Ain't pay for my food. No. I ain't worried what it is you do. About what you do. I ain't tryna be rude. Ain't tryna be rude. Ain't pay for my food. No.
With my own tools.
Action.
We need the slate board
Yeah.
here. Somebody needs to just come and just marker.
I don't think we have one of those.
What?
That'd be fun.
We don't have a slate?
Wait, we do.
We have a digital slate, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I think I've only seen Mac use it like
It's
once.
somewhere. He never used it for raw string. Okay, we're getting distracted
What?
here. We get distracted.
Okay. Well, that was 2 Hands.
2 Hands.
Your favorite.
That's my favorite
Off
track.
the whole thing.
Off of Talking to Myself.
Yeah.
That one was the second track recorded for this project. Now, before we get into it, I do have to apologize to 2 young ladies. One is still on there. Okay. She's in the background vocals of the crowd. But it's Janae Jackson and Christina Newman. Now, I called them to do background vocals on that. But in the session, I guided them on the wrong note while we were recording it. So it's my fault. But in crunch time, I had to hit up one of my homegirls, Patty Del Mar. Now, she is a phenomenal singer, really great singer. And she came in and did her thing. Like, she was already headed down to L.A., and I asked her to come through to sing these parts. She was like, all right, cool. Probably knocked it out in like 10 minutes. I was
Dang,
like,
that's fast.
She's fast. Like, she works well. And she has her own music career, so please check out Patty Del Mar. But originally it was supposed to be Janae Jackson and Christina Newman as the background vocals for that track. And we'll find something for them to do later on. But I just want to publicly apologize. I've already apologized to them in person, but I still feel bad about that. 'Cause my bad instruction is telling them the wrong note. Again, I'm still getting used to the singing thing. So you got to bear with me.
It's all good.
But yeah, no, that track came together. Now, my wife didn't like that track at first because it was just me on the hook.
Okay.
And then when Patty came and added her vocals under mine. Then she was like, oh, I see where you're going with that now. And then the little I ain't worried about what it is you do. I wrote that for women to sing along with.
Okay.
Because I could see ladies like, I ain't worried about what it is you do. Oh, bitch. No cap, I ain't trying to be rude. That's what I saw in my head. So I wrote that for ladies to sing along with. And I was on a kick, and I'm still on that kick. I think women are going to have more of a role in music, period, than they have been given beforehand. Like once the what was the movie called? Me Too movement. Once that started to get more credence, because before a lot of people was like, oh yeah, me too. Oh yeah, me too. Like, okay, was it a me too, or did you have a bad date? Then those started to fade away, and then women started regaining control of their own power. So I made it a focus point of 2019 of like just working with women like all the way around. Like getting verses from them, getting background vocals, giving them as much shine as we can. In fact, anybody watching this, ladies, if you're a rapper, you're a singer, please hit me up for Raw String, because we are in desperate need of female talent on that. Because my goal is to double that number. But it was very important for me to have mostly female influence on that track, because, you know, what are we without?
That's so sweet. I just want, man, seriously, as a woman, like, I really appreciate you like putting women on, especially in a male dominated, industry. And yeah, there's some hardworking women out there.
Oh, very hardworking. Like Lisa Mona, she's way harder working than I am. She's a great dancer as well. I used to dance. I used to be a clown dancer. We won't get into that. But
really?
Yeah, I did. I used to be a clown dancer. I won't do none of the moves anymore because
demonstration.
My back will hurt. No. We'll say that for another day when I'm loosened up and I'm properly stretched.
Ready. Get the ice bath ready.
Hey, baby, go ahead and get that heating pad ready when I come home, because they want me to crump real quick. No, she's a great dancer. She's a very good performer. And in a lot of cases, like if I get the headlining bill, like she'll come on right before me. I'm like, damn, like she should probably be the one headlining, because she gives a complete show. I can rap well, but she gives a complete show.
Wow.
And it's not just her. There are other people just have that same type of credibility that can shut it down. We can learn a lot from them, and I just want them to get more exposure. So that's beautiful. That track. I really wanted to do that more so with that one. So that's why it's more female voices heard than guys. Now, the second set of background vocals, and during that bridge vamp breakdown, that's my older brother singing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now he'll probably be pissed off.
On two hands.
Okay. And he ends the song, and he heard that. He was very mad at me because he didn't want his vocal. He did like a Prince move where he sang the vocals, but he really wanted somebody else to sing them. It was supposed to be a template. But I was like, dude, you just sound too good. I got to keep it there. He's like, man, just all right.
Did he end up liking it though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he likes it. But oh man, that dude is like purist when it comes to music.
And speaking,
gotta be right.
And speaking of hardworking, like, okay, so two hands, is that about like you have two hands, you can do it all, like do whatever you want. Yeah.
I got two hands, I'm gonna make them work.
Love that.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Now, if you don't have two hands, if you have one hand, you can make it work. I don't want to alienate anybody. Yeah. I do actually have a partner that
we have a sensitive society right now, so
nowadays people are real sensitive.
Like,
I hope they understand. Like, it's not to alienate those who don't have both sets of limbs.
No discrimination here.
Because there's one actually really dope MC. I hope to give him on Raw Stream one of these days. He actually only has one arm.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but he's super dope. I can't think of his name right now, and I shouldn't have brought him up if I didn't know his name.
It's all really good.
Bad. But he's a really dope artist. I came across him at another show I did. Yeah.
Talking to myself, side A.
Yeah.
That was all your tracks. Well, we did play the intro, but
so far.
Yeah.
So far.
Side B coming soon.
So to that, it was originally supposed to be, not supposed to be, I only wanted to do an EP of Talking to Myself.
Okay.
In preparation for that, I took all the songs that I thought fit the mold of Talking to Myself. Because again, like this is spanning from 5 years. But at first, the project was going to be called Death of a Rapper. Like
Death
of a rapper. Following the storyline.
Oh, that sounds real morbid.
Real morbid, but it was supposed to be like following the storyline of Death of a Salesman.
Okay.
And there was a whole narrative to that. It just would have been too complicated. Plus, the way the story was going to go and the way the music sounded, it didn't match up. Because as we hear side A, like none of that sounded morbid. right?
Oh,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
it was really
wouldn't
happy.
It wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
It was very, very happy. So I was
Yeah.
like, all right, that title's not gonna work, but I still need to come out with these songs.
Mm-hmm.
So it was about maybe 20 tracks that I had gathered down. I was able to dwindle that down to 12, but I knew I just wanted to put out an EP. Myself and Shy Light sat down and listened to all of them. Like, we were able to cut out a few more, leave about 12. But it's like, these are so good. Like, they all tell a narrative that speaks directly to Talking to Myself. So I was like, all right. He had the idea of why not put out a side A and a side B. I think he was joking, but I said, no, that's a great idea. So side B is the other side of that coin. It's a little more introspective. It's still groovy to me, but it's a little more bluesy influenced.
Okay.
My older brother, produces a lot on that one. Yeah, they're already done. They're already ready to go. I'm just literally waiting on 2 more tracks to get finished.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So do you have like an estimate date or?
To be all the way 100, I was going to drop it in March.
Oh, that's really soon.
But I did not anticipate getting over 37,000 streams within the first couple days of Side A coming out. So I feel like I got some wiggle room until I need to drop Side B. I would really want that to die down, and then by April. Now, something can happen next week where all of a sudden nobody's paying attention, and then I'll come out with it in March like a plan on it. But it's either March or April.
And then you have any music videos coming?
So that's
soon?
the next thing I'm working on.
Okay.
Really, I wanted to have music videos done before this one came out, but again, I work constantly. I was actually really glad to get the mixing and mastering done on this one. Oh yeah, by the way, I did mix and master all these tracks.
Wow.
For those who don't know.
And wrote everything.
Talking
to
I
yourself?
did a couple hooks with Jaquay. Jaquay wrote a couple hooks with me.
Okay. Dope.
My brother wrote the hook for Balance. But and everything else, was written by myself. Oh, and then can't forget what's his name? DJ Swivel. Oh, he gonna hurt me for that saying that.
Shout out DJ Swivel.
DJ Swivel
Kickback
had
show.
a note for Basement Product because the hook was a little different, and then he made a small suggestion, and that took it to be more unified. But I wanted to have more videos done before this one, but the way that my work schedule came about, I just couldn't find time to sit down, shoot, and edit. But before Side B comes out, I will have more videos done for Side A, and then I will have videos in the can for Side B. Yeah.
Cannot wait.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We got some good ones coming up. Me and Mac actually talked about doing one for Might Be a Problem as well. After we shot the pictures for the album, we talked later on that night. And I told him the idea, and then he was like, oh, there's a piece of equipment that allow you to do that. And he sent it right over. I was like, oh, yeah, we're on the same page. We got to make this work some kind of way.
Ooh,
so,
cannot wait to see that.
Oh, it's going to be live. It's going to be live.
Congratulations, Mark.
Thank you so much.
This was so fun. I feel like I don't want it to end.
But all good things should.
I know.
And if they do end, that means you need to go get that album.
Yeah, tell everybody where they can find music.
So it's available on Spotify, Tidal, Deezer, Apple Music. I think Napster is still a thing. You can get it on iTunes. Anywhere music is available. I think the only place it's not available right now is YouTube. It's the only place it's not available. But please, if you're on Spotify, make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you like it, put it into your playlist, play it from your playlist, share it to your friends. That's everywhere. If you're on Instagram and you like a track and you put it up, just tag me in it. Look, my thing, what I say on there is that if you tap in with me, I will tap back. I don't care who you are. I'm going to talk to you. I talk to everybody. So, yeah, go get it.
And tell everybody your social media so they can follow you.
Medias.
They should already be following.
They should already be following. Mark, they said at the bottom of all them videos. Mark W Live on Instagram. On Twitter, it's I am Mark W. And on Facebook, it's still Mark W Live. Those are the only ones I'm really active on. I think I have a Snapchat, but I'm not really active on that one.
Same, not either.
The main one to find me on is Instagram. Mark W Live.
Oh, well, there you have it.
Yes,
is there anything you want to share?
Hazzle Joy.
Hazzle Joy, Hazzle.
And
Joy.
follow Traklife.
But before we let you go, oh my gosh, again, I'm trying to stall. I don't want it to end. No. But is there any other thing you want to like share some exclusive information about for anything you have upcoming or?
So I will say after Side B, there's another project that's already halfway done. For everybody who heard this project and saw the genre category, because I did put a pop category on this one.
Ooh.
Most of my fans that know me from Act Right days know I do a lot of hard hitting stuff. This is a lot. So I got a couple messages saying like I was kind of expecting you to go a little bit harder.
On this one, on Talking to Myself.
They thought it was gonna be a little bit harder. And I said, I hate to disappoint you.
30,000 streams and counting.
Yeah, what did Fonte say? It's like, would you rather be rapping Fonte or Grammy nominated singing Fonte? I think I'll be Grammy nominated singing Fonte. Little brother reference for all those who don't know. So to appease, like not to appease, because it's already halfway done. There is a boom bap album I'm working on.
Ooh.
It's gonna be mixtape style, and I'm still kind of putting that one together. I have a name for it. I'm not gonna drop it right now because we're still talking to myself. And then all of this, so side A, side B, the more hard hitting album, it's all leading up to my debut album.
Ooh.
I have to shout out to Rick Gonzalez. He was a client of mine. I'm not trying to flex. He really was. He was a client of mine for maybe about a year while he was still rapping. And I told him this idea for this album I had, and I told him what I wanted it to be. I just didn't know what to call it. He actually gave me the name, like just call it this. I said, oh, word. So
Nice.
it's pretty much who I am in a nutshell. You'll learn a lot about me on this project. It's gonna be myself and my older brother. Hopefully I could pull my little brother out of whatever dungeon he's in and make some beats. But that's what it's all culminating towards.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And Talking to Myself is just scratching the surface.
It's just scratching the surface.
Just getting started.
Just scratching the surface.
All right, Mark W. It was such a pleasure talking to you.
Oh,
And I can't
likewise.
wait till we do this again.
Oh, we got to. And next time we can actually
Congratulations.
host and talk to somebody else together.
Yeah, let's do that. Irv,
I'm with
make it
that.
happen.
Irv, can that happen?
You can catch
Okay, cool,
Mark
that'll work.
W on Homemade Sessions,
Yeah.
hosting, and Raw Stream with DJ Swivel from the Kickback Show.
indeed.
Oh man, I miss them, the Kickback Show.
Oh,
I haven't
yeah.
seen everybody for a while.
I'm actually trying to hook up an interview with them too, so I'll let you know how to do
Yeah,
it.
let's go. I can't wait to see that one and listen to it. Well, anyways, we are signing off. I'm your host, Hazzle Joy, and Mark W. with the Talking to Myself experience. We hope you guys had a great time. Make sure you guys follow us on all the social media. Catch the description boxes, all that good stuff. Our captions, our Instagram captions at This Is Traklife. Well, there you have it. See you next time. Peace.
Yay.